uh, Virgo. Physical presence is organizing itself. Someone is gathering courage to appear, not just message, not just call, not simply reach out digitally, but physically show up, actually appear at your location, literally come to where you are in person, face to face, no screen between, no distance protecting, real proximity, actual presence, showing up at your door specifically. Because show up at your door means physical arrival, means actual appearance, means in person contact, means face to face encounter, means no hiding behind technology, means vulnerability through proximity, means courage to appear physically, means risking rejection in person, means choosing confrontation over comfort, means direct approach versus indirect. Showing up physically is significant, is bold, is vulnerable, is risky, is direct, is undeniable, is unavoidable once happening, is creating situation that demands response, is forcing encounter, is choosing directness. And planning to means organizing currently, means deciding now, means preparing presently, means gathering courage today, means working towards soon, means intention forming, means logistics considering, means timing calculating, means not yet happened but approaching, means imminent, not distant, means coming, not theoretical. Planning means intentional, means deliberate, means considered, means choosing consciously, means preparing actively, means organizing specifically, means not impulse necessarily, but decided, means action organizing toward manifestation. Here's what this is why reveals motivations for showing up. Digital communication feels insufficient. Texting can't convey magnitude. Calling can't express depth. Messaging can't communicate fully. Words on screen can't capture what they need to say. Technology feels inadequate for what they need to express. Physical presence required for magnitude. Insufficient digital drives physical, drives needing face to face, drives requiring in person, drives demanding proximity, drives seeking actual presence. What needs saying requires physical to say properly. Digital insufficient because confession too important, because feelings too deep, because message too significant, because words too meaningful, because requires seeing reaction, because needs witnessing response, because magnitude demands presence. They need to see your face, need to witness reaction, need to observe response, need to see eyes, need to read expression, need to gauge feeling, need to understand reception. Physical presence allows seeing what digital conceals. Seeing reaction matters to them, matters for understanding reception, matters for knowing response, matters for gouging possibility, matters for reading truth, matters for witnessing impact, matters for comprehending whether hope exists. Need to see because words can mislead, because text can misrepresent, because tone gets lost, because meaning gets confused, because face reveals truth, because eyes show reality, because physical presence creates clarity. Urgency is overwhelming them. Can't wait longer. Can't delay further. Can't postpone anymore. Urgency driving toward action. Time feeling scarce. Opportunity feeling fleeting. Now feeling necessary. waiting feeling impossible. Overwhelming urgency propels toward action, propels toward showing, propels toward appearing, propels toward risking, propels toward vulnerability. Urgency overrides fear. Necessity exceeds comfort. Urgency exists because fear of losing you permanently, because concern window closing, because worry about someone else, because feeling time running out, because sensing now or never, because urgency overwhelming caution. They need closure or clarity, need to know definitively, need to understand where stand, need to hear clearly, need to resolve ambiguity, need to settle uncertainty, need to determine possibility. Closure through conversation in person, clarity through physical encounter, need for clarity drives toward confrontation, drives toward direct conversation, drives toward asking explicitly, drives toward hearing definitively, drives toward knowing certainly. Ambiguity, unbearable. Uncertainty, intolerable. Clarity, necessary. Clarity, needed because suffering from uncertainty, because struggling with ambiguity, because unable to move forward without knowing, because stuck in limbo, because needing definitive answer, because closure required for healing or pursuing. Physical presence demonstrates seriousness. Showing up proves commitment. Appearing demonstrates courage. Coming to door shows effort. Physical action reveals magnitude. In person proves not casual. Showing up validates significance. Demonstration through action matters more than words, matters more than messages, matters more than promises. Physical showing demonstrates, actual appearing proves, real presence validates. Action speaks louder, demonstration needed because words proved insufficient before, because promises weren't kept previously, because trust requires action, because magnitude requires proof, because seriousness demands demonstration, because showing matters more than telling. They believe in-person changes outcome, believe physical presence creates different result, believe seeing face enables different conversation, believe proximity allows different connection, believe direct approach produces different response, hope that showing up matters. Belief in difference drives choosing physical, drives risking in person, drives appearing directly, drives hoping proximity creates possibility, drives thinking direct approach works better. Belief motivates action. In belief exists because chemistry works in person, because connection feels different physically, because harder to reject face to face, because proximity creates impact, because presence generates feeling, because in-person changes dynamic. This reflection invites you to consider who might show up, who would do this, whose style matches this, who has information to find you. If someone came to mind, immediately probably them, probably who's planning, probably who will appear. Trust recognition. Notice who your intuition identifies first. This reflection invites you to consider, how do you feel about someone showing up open, violated, interested, angry, hopeful, protective? Your feelings reveal boundaries, reveal safety needs, reveal openness level, reveal whether welcome, reveal what you need. Feelings are data about your readiness and comfort, what show up at door might look like. Unexpected appearance, potentially. No warning given, no message beforehand, surprise arrival, unannounced showing, appearing without preparation, creating surprise encounter. Unexpected maximizes authenticity but minimizes your preparation. Unexpected can feel romantic, can feel invasive, can feel bold, can feel violating, can feel spontaneous, can feel disrespectful. Depends on context and your boundaries and relationship history. Announced arrival, possibly. Message beforehand, maybe. Can I come over? Asking. I need to see you, stating. Giving warning. Allowing preparation. Respecting boundary of advance notice. Announce respects autonomy more. Announced allows choosing, allows preparing, allows deciding whether allows setting terms, allows boundary maintenance, allows control over encounter. Announcement respects agency. Emotional state visible. Might be crying, might be anxious, might be determined, might be desperate, might be hopeful, might be vulnerable. Emotional state obvious through physical cues. Seeing their state creates impact. Visible emotion affects your response, affects dynamic, affects conversation, affects outcome potentially. Seeing their struggle creates different feeling than hearing about struggle. Physical emotion impacts differently. What you should do if they show up. He decide if you open door. You control access. You choose engagement. You determine whether allow. Door is boundary. Opening is choice. Not obligated to open. Not required to engage. Your home, your sanctuary, your decision entirely. Door decision matters. Matters for safety. Matters for boundaries. Matters for control. Matters for agency. You choose whether physical proximity happens. Opening door, not mandatory regardless of their showing. If open, set container for conversation, we can talk for X minutes. We can talk outside, not inside. We can talk but calmly. Boundaries around engagement. Structure around conversation. Container protects both. Limits create safety. Container setting protects. Protects from overwhelm. Protects from pressure. Protects from manipulation. Protects from marathon conversation. Protects from commitment you're not ready for. Structure serves wisdom. Listen to what they say. If you choose to engage, hear them, understand their message, absorb their communication, receive their expression. Listening doesn't obligate agreeing. Hearing doesn't require accepting. Understanding doesn't demand reciprocating. In-hand listening creates information, creates understanding their position, creates knowing their intent, creates clarity about their state. Information helps deciding. Understanding enables responding wisely. Knowing serves choosing. Don't decide under pressure. Don't commit during emotion. Don't agree while overwhelmed. I need time to think. I'll respond in few days. I hear you but need space to process. Time away from presence before deciding. Time before deciding protects. Protects from pressure decisions, protects from emotional reactivity, protects from proximity influence, protects from commitment you'll regret. Distance after presence enables wisdom, and honor your right to boundaries, right to say no to conversation, right to ask them to leave, right to not open door, right to call support, right to involve authorities if feel unsafe. Your Safety matters most. Your comfort matters most. Your boundaries matter most. What showing up at door reveals inane desperation or determination, or both. Desperate to connect, determined to try, desperate for closure, determined to express, desperate for chance, determined to communicate. Desperation and determination both drive bold action. Desperation determination reveals intensity, reveals feelings are strong, reveals magnitude is substantial, reveals caring is deep, reveals wanting is powerful. Showing up physically demonstrates significant feeling regardless of whether serves. Inly disregard for boundaries, potentially. Showing up unannounced can violate. Appearing without permission can disrespect. Physical presence without consent can transgress. Depending on context and history and announcement, could demonstrate boundary disregard. Boundary assessment matters. Matters for safety. Matters for respect. Matters for determining character. Matters for deciding engagement. How they show matters as much as that they show. Respectful showing differs from violating showing. Courage or manipulation. Courage to be vulnerable. Courage to risk rejection. Courage to face directly, or manipulation through pressure. Manipulation through proximity. Manipulation through surprise. Courage and manipulation can coexist or operate independently. Inhane. Discernment needed about which, about whether courage or manipulation, about if respect or violation, about whether serves both or just them. Showing up itself is neutral context and manner determined character. The power is yours. It always has been. Showing up at door because digital insufficient need see reaction, urgency, overwhelming, need clarity, demonstrate seriousness, believe in-person changes might be unexpected or announced. Emotional state visible. Your job is deciding if open, setting container, if engage, listening to message, not deciding under pressure, honoring right to boundaries, and recognizing this reveals desperation or determination, potentially boundary disregard, courage or manipulation discernment required about character. Take what resonates, softly release the rest, trust yourself, and listen. Someone showing AT door is intense, is bold, is vulnerable, is potentially beautiful or violating depending on context. You don't owe opening, don't owe conversation, don't owe engagement, don't owe listening, don't owe anything. Door is boundary, opening is choice, engaging is decision, responding is option. If history suggests safe and feeling support engagement, maybe conversation serves. If history suggests unsafe or feelings resist, maybe boundary protects. Trust your gut, honor your safety, respect your boundaries, choose your comfort. They may be planning, you're not obligated. They may show up, you choose response. They may appear, you control access. Your door, your choice, your boundaries, your safety. Always take care.